So for the first exercise, it is a body weight squat. So I'm going to be explaining how to do it, what's a wrong way to do it, and how to correct the wrong way to do it. All right, for the body weight squat, you want to make sure you keep your chest up. So you don't have to keep your whole body upright, because when you do that for a squat, you don't want to look like your back up against the wall. That's freaking weird. I don't want to say freaking, but that's weird. You want to make sure that your foot stance is about like in the middle of hip and shoulder width apart. So you don't want it too wide, too narrow. You want about it just right here. And then when you go down, you want to make sure that you focus on pushing your legs outward, but not out too wide, you know what I'm saying? Because what is this? You're not firing the right stuff. You want to make sure you're pushing out good enough to the point where your knees don't cave in and your hips are falling in. That's just a sign that you have weak hips. And so the correct way to do a body weight squat. So a common mistake for a body squat is coming up on your toes. Coming up on your toes creates an imbalance in your foundation, and not only that, it can start to fire muscles that you probably don't want to fire in a body weight squat. A body weight squat is meant to fire your glutes and your hips, and if you're up on your toes, it'll actually throw your knees a little bit forward past your feet, which is not good for technique. And it'll start to fire your quadriceps, so that'll make you quadricep heavy. A way to correct being on your toes is just by sitting back on your heels. If you sit back on your heels, it automatically makes you not be on your toes. If that makes any sense. So you on your toes, if you sit back, should correct it. My knees are not ahead of my toes. My heels are on the ground. And we're all goody in the hoodie. All right, so the next exercise is the push-up. For the push-up, you want to make sure that your arms are not too wide, but not all the way close into your body, but at like a 45-degree angle. You want to make sure that your butt and your core is tight, so your alignment doesn't fall. You want to make sure your body is like level, just to have that strong foundation for when you do your push-up. And when you go down, you don't want to look like a worm. That comes along with the tight butt and the tight core, so your posture does not fall while you're doing the push-up. So first, I'm going to show you the correct way to do a push-up. Okay, so a wrong way to do a push-up is not having a tight core. So when you don't have a tight core, your butt either gets too high or your butt either gets too low. And that can look something like this. The reason why having your butt too high in a push-up is not good is because you're not fully doing a push-up, so you're not really getting the results you need out of a push-up. You're not executing the push-up correctly enough to get the results you want out of the push-up. And then doing the push-up too low placing stress on the bottom of your spine, which is not good. It can cause back problems later on down the road that you do not want. So you want to keep your core tight. You want to squeeze core, squeeze your butt, squeeze your glutes. That'll tighten you up. Should keep you in line while doing a push-up. You should be all set to go. All right. The next exercise is the body weight forward lunge. So in order to perform this exercise, all you gotta do, step forward and lunge. Perform this, you wanna make sure you keep your upper body straight. Your knee is not going over your toe when you lunge forward, and the back knee does not touch the ground. All right, then a wrong way to do a forward lunge, and it's a common mistake. I sometimes even do it, but I can fix it a little bit. It's when your knee goes over your toe when you step forward for the lunge. So it looks something like this. What this does is it puts more stress on your knee than the muscles that you're actually trying to fire, which are your quads. And it's just bad for your knees in the long run. You just don't want to have knee problems when you get old. It's just not good. All right, I started to move some exercises outside. But the next exercise that I'm going to be demonstrating is the RDL, or the Romanian deadlift. So in order to perform the Romanian deadlift, we in the ghetto, so had to grab a broom. So grip can either go this way, I'm doing this way. So to perform a Romanian deadlift, or RDL, you want to keep your chest up, keep the bar or whatever ghetto thing you're using close to your body. You want to, when you go down, you want to shoot your hips back and have a slight bend at the knees. You don't want to use your back, which is a common mistake, which I'll be talking about after I perform the correct way to do a Romanian deadlift. So this is how you want to perform a Romanian deadlift. So a common mistake usually in an RDL is when they don't shoot their hips back, so they're using, or a person is using their whole back to lift the bar up instead of their legs. And this can sort of look like this. The reason why this is the wrong way to do it is because you're just putting a lot of stress on your back, and like how I said earlier in the video, stress on your back, it's not good stress. Any stress in your life, it's not good stress. Well, it can be good stress, but bad stress is not good stress. And we don't want that bad stress on your back. You want to preserve your back for your life, so it's good now. Get limber. A way to correct not having stress on your back is just bending a little at the knees when you go down. It'll automatically help you throw your hips back. So slightly bend those knees and you got it. All right, and the next exercise we're going to be doing is a pulling back exercise, and the pulling back exercise I chose was single arm dumbbell row. And you know, we're not that ghetto because I got long legs. Granted, it's 45. But I gotta wait. We're gonna make do with it. So, to perform a single arm dumbbell row, you want to get on a bench or a bench. I'm gonna have a bench so you can get in this position here. So, the same arm and the same leg are gonna be on the bench. And then this side of your body, you want your leg positioned back a little bit just to have stability. And then you're gonna grab the weight. You wanna keep your chest up while you do this. And when you're pulling the weight back, you don't wanna come all the way back, which is a common mistake that I'll be talking about. You wanna be able to have your arm almost aligned with your back. So the common mistake I was talking about earlier is when people overextend coming up in the back. The reason why that's a problem is because that's putting a lot of stress on your shoulder. I've been talking about stress all this video. But it just puts a lot of stress on your shoulder, and it's just not good for your shoulder at all. So a way to prevent that, you can have somebody spot you to guide, like they can put their hand on your back, so when you come back, you don't come back too far. So you can have somebody spot you that way, and until you get the feeling for it of where your arm needs to be or where it needs to come back at, so you can perform this exercise in a good manner so you don't hurt yourself. Alright, the last exercise is the farmer's walk or the farmer's carry. You know, we gotta get a little bit ghetto since we're in quarantine. These the same weight as of right now. So this is what I'm using. Usually you would use dumbbells or kettlebells, actual weight. But that's what we're using. But for the farmer's walk or the farmer's carry, it is it's a total body exercise. So it's going to target your major muscles if done correctly. So your core, your legs, everything, your legs, your glute, everything, your arms, you know what I'm saying? So when done correctly, it is a total body exercise. When performing this, you want to make sure that you're not slouching. You want to make sure that your body is upright. And you just carrying your weight, making sure everything is engaged, especially that core, because that's holding a lot of your posture up. So yeah, so I'm gonna demonstrate. All right, and the wrong way to do a farmer's walk or a farmer's carry is to not have a strong core, so tilting to the side. It can kind of spot out your weak spots and your imbalances while you do it, so you can tell which side is stronger, which side is weaker when you do this kind of thing. But you just kind of want to make sure your core is tight. Another common thing is slouching, so I'm going to demonstrate both together because it's going to look stupid. But yeah, just slouching and tilting to the side is just not good for your spine at all, or to get anything you want out of this exercise is just not good. A way to correct these errors in your exercise, you can wear a belt that they usually provide in the weight room. So you can wear a belt, and then you just want to focus on having your chest up while you do this. You don't want to slouch like how you've seen in the demonstration. So wearing a belt can help with the tilting and the lower back problems. So.
Go. Blooper.
The next thing we're doing is a pulling back exercise. So the one I chose was a single arm dumbbell row, but I don't have a dumbbell. I actually have one weight.
Blooper.
Oh, you record that? Oh, look athletic. Wait. This is the wrong way. This is the wrong way. This is the wrong way. And this is the wrong way. This is the wrong way. Oh, that hurts my back. How to correct.
Leave it all to me. Leave it all to me. Just leave it all to me.
That's how she looked in the end. She threw her hat.